Welcome to Sin City, and it is the kickoff to the Predator Pro Billiards Series. Ladies and gentlemen, this year Predator is going to be awarding over $3.5 million in cash. Make some noise for that. That is amazing for pool. Over $3.5 billion in prize money. Now, the Pro Series has just kicked off, and it's all being hosted here at the CSI EXPO at the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. This event is just incredible. Over 12,000 players, over 450 Predator tables outside of this arena. And then we have the pro side of things. We are going to be crowning a men's and women's open champion on Monday, and that is not it. Get this, starting tomorrow, it is 8 elite teams in mixed doubles. We call it the Las Vegas Mixed Doubles Turbo. 20-second shot clock, single elimination action, and over $50,000 prize fund. And there's more. But tonight, we're doing something special. Predator wanted to recognize another game in this sport that we love, and that is straight pool. So we're bringing two legendary players in. It's the straight pool face-off. And before we meet the players, I want to thank our partners. First, I want to thank CSI, Predator, Seyberts, Kamui, Yalin, Box Billiards, Little Monster, Simonis, Aramith, Then Billiards, and the WPA. Now, let's meet the legendary players. First up, he's a U.S. Open champion, an 8-ball champion, a Derby City one-pocket champion, and has many other titles. Corey is a special talent that has a knack for imaginative shot results. He visualizes what he wants, and then he makes it happen. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA, make some noise for the Prince of Pool, Corey Deuel. And his opponent is a World 9-ball champion, World 10-ball champion, the WPA World Teams champion, and yes, he is an American straight pool champion, a high run of 396. Darren has one of the most simple and compact strokes in the sport today that contributes to his exceptional consistency. From Pontefract, England, please put your hands together for Dynamite Darren Appleton. Now, Las Vegas, let me hear you if you're ready for the straight pool face-off. We are lagging for the break. It's a race to 150 and sending it to the Predator press box. Take it away, guys.
And here we go, everyone. We have Darren, Dynamite Appleton, and Corey, the Prince of Pool Deuel. This is George Teja, and I'm with Eric Horlifson, and we're going to watch these gentlemen and maybe commentate a little bit.
Corey, a fair bit short on the leg there, almost tactical. He only got to the side pockets, George. I wonder if he wants Darren to break here.
Don't you usually want your opponent to break?
I don't know.
In straight pool, you usually want your opponent to break.
Okay. Well, maybe Darren will let him break then, actually.
Both players are great at this game. They play very, very well. Darren, of course, as you mentioned, has lots of straight pool titles, and in 2014 has that Dragon where you were telling me that the best players in the world were there for that Dragon 14-1 tournament, which Darren actually won. So I didn't see who won the lag.
Darren did.
Okay, because Corey didn't go past the side pocket.
I'm showing my straight pool experience right off the leg, George.
That's all right. I've had the pleasure of commentating some of the straight pool tournaments, the U.S. Open tournaments. I think I've done another straight pool here and there. And played straight pool as a teenager and in my early 20s. Corey's breaking here. This is an exhibition match. You go 2 rails off the 2, and he's going to try to lay this on the head rail. And look, all he left was a straight-in shot on the 2 ball, which means you can't break anything open. He'll look for dead shots, anything dead coming out of the rack, and a good straight pool player can find those. Like, for instance, he'll look at the 8 ball, see if it goes off the 12. And when they find something like that, they'll shoot that, open up the rack, and it's usually 1 rack down the drain. We're down 14-0 in a heartbeat. Now, it depends on how frisky they want to be. Sometimes the players will take a scratch. Let's see. Oh, he's left the shot. He's left the shot on the 4 ball. And this will, when he shoots this, it looks like he'll nibble the 11. And maybe get another shot there or a shot on the 14. There. And now things have opened up. Yeah, he's got a shot on the 12. Another way he could have played that, he could have played the 2 ball, a safe, and given distance. But instead, he tried to stick him in the stack and left the shot. Now, see, he's going to go in the 11 into the rack. Got to be careful here because that cue ball could follow. Oops, he missed it. But has he gotten away with no? He's left the 2 ball. I think the 15 goes by the 7, so he'll be looking to leave the cue ball on the line where the 6 is to the 15 ball to pocket the 15 and open up the stack. Usually when you do that, you look for an insurance ball, like the 6. Make sure you get something on the 6 ball, or so that if you don't get position on something else, you have the insurance ball to continue your run. He got a little tough here. He doesn't have a shot on the 15. He has to shoot the 14. You don't want to be shooting shots like this. Unless you're sure you're going to make him. But see if he comes over perfect for, oh, he's on the wrong side. He may not shoot the 15 yet. He may get position on the 6. From the 6, move it up just a hair so he can open up the rack.
Yeah, he's breaking solidly into a rack of 7 balls. He should get a shot on 1 of them. I hear what you're saying about the out balls, but
I thought he was.
The cue ball's going to move to the right off the 6. Is that the problem?
No, it's going to move. The cue ball's going to move to the right off the 15, not going into the stack. See, now he's got it going into the stack. He can move it forward, push the 7 out. Let's see if he can't. The 10 ball may be dead to the side pocket. He'll look at that. I won't say that it is. I'm just going to say his options because with our monitor review, we can't tell. Shooting the 7. He's opened up the balls and
once he gets down near the end of the rack, he's going to pick out a ball that's going to play best as a breakout ball. And you'd say the 9 is the best for that at this moment. Maybe the 10.
Now keep in mind, in the day of straight pool, most straight pool was played on Brunswicks and other tables that had 5-inch pockets. We are looking at 4 1/8 inch pockets. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't be looking for really, really big high runs.
Yeah, there was speculation that when Mosconi made his high run, it was on 5 1/4 inch pockets, even like something even bigger than 5.
And I even remember seeing speculation saying it was an 8-foot table.
I've heard that as well.
I don't know for a fact, but I'd heard that.
So for those of you that aren't familiar with the exact history of straight pool. Willie Mosconi held the world record for consecutive ball run for about 40 or 50 years. Long time,
Pretty
George.
close. And then John Schmidt is the first one that broke it by 100 balls with a 6.26.
And then last year, Jason Shaw came along and set the world record at 832. But those were all on big pockets.
Yes, and I think he did it first with 714 and then
832 is the current record.
Yeah.
So if you were to extrapolate that out, you're looking at over 55 racks consecutive.
And see, the score will always total 14 at the end of the rack. They'll leave one ball out and rack the balls, then try to make that ball and open up the rack for the continuous run. That's why it's called 14 and 1. You run 14 balls, leave one, run 14 balls, leave one, till you get your desired score. And so it's 12-2, rack number 1. And yellow Numi from Finland will be racking the balls. And oh wait, he's our scorekeeper and timekeeper. It looks, by looking at the clock on the left there by the scoreboard on your screen, it looks like there's a 30-second clock. So I'm guessing there's a 30-second shot clock for every shot. You'll notice that if it goes 10 seconds, it's a lot. They'll rarely use the full 30 seconds. They usually plan their attack right away. They'll pretty much play patterns, like a star pattern.
Okay.
They'll play a pattern. They'll see 5 balls out there, and they'll see what is the most efficient way to run those balls.
Stop shots are ideal.
Yes.
Getting into the rack early is ideal. Dependent.
And he's got a cut on this 10. He might clip that 8.
411 is pretty wired too.
Is it? See? You know straight pool.
Guessing.
He stayed there for the 10. Can you get a piece of the 8? He'd be gambling with a piece of the 8. So I'm not sure just how hard he'll hit this. He'll hit it hard enough to try to come up for position on one of the 2 loose balls. Or look for a dead ball, maybe the 8-1. May look at that. In this game, you want to take a look at your stack always, see if there's anything open that might be headed for the pocket. And now he's got to go to the side pockets. You know what we've seen with side pockets here.
They're tighter. I mean, they're 4.5 in the side, but
Yeah.
you're talking about shooting into a closed pocket in a lot of cases. So really the opening is pretty small.
He can also see the 13 ball, but he'll have to use the bridge.
Right-handed, so he might be
okay. Yeah. Oh, it's Pentti Sapanen is your referee.
a 17-ball run currently for Darren. Got a chance to open up the 2-8-6 with the 7 here, or even the 2.
Oh, trouble.
Might have got stuck.
Trouble. Now, where do you go here? Try to find a safe place for the cue ball. He's laughing, he's smiling.
Frustrating when there's 10 balls on the table and you can shoot any of them, but you can't pocket any of them.
That's right.
And it happens
4,
in this game.
8. There's actually 9 balls on the table, so he's got 5. No, he's got 6 because Coriolanni pocketed 8 balls. And so it's a remainder to 14. He made 6 balls there.
Corey's got a little implement on his cue, bridging through it. I've seen that on the break before. Players using it on the break. I've rarely seen someone play with it every shot. See that little gray piece on his shaft?
Oh, yeah.
He's not afraid to go outside the norm, George. He was the inventor of the soft break, known for being really creative. Played some one-pocket breaks that no one's ever seen before. Or 8-ball breaks that no one's ever seen, kind of just trying to make the very corner ball off the stack, hitting the corner ball. He's always looking for kind of cheat codes, and he's invented some.
Playing the 15 ball.
Trying to push the 8 into a positive breakout spot, and he has. He's pushed it back into still being okay.
Looks
even
like,
better, really.
Yeah, it looks like the 12 ball will go by the 8, so he may want to shoot that first.
See the little chalk lines on the racking area. Players need to know that because they need to be aware of if the cue ball is going to land in the rack or if the ball they're going to play the breakout ball on is in the rack. Both are just out here.
That was an 8-6 rack. I like to keep the score. I don't know why I like to keep the score, but I guess we got somebody on top of it. I don't have to bother. I keep it by the racks.
Yeah, it's interesting to kind of see the progression of who made balls and what came. So the ideal shot here is to go into the middle of the stack and kind of bring the cue ball back to the middle, or do you want to keep it at the same end that the balls are broken at?
I haven't seen what he's got, seen what he has.
Say it was ideal, though. What are you going for?
What are you going for here? Just to break a ball down, like maybe the 6 ball down or the 7 ball down, and get another shot. Open up just a couple of balls and get another shot. He's going to go into pretty hard. That's the problem when you come off the stack real hard.
Cue ball comes up table and the balls are down table.
Yeah. Yep. Now he's opened it up completely, which is great. But see his cue ball? You don't want that. But then again, if you hit it flat, you might stay in the rack.
So somewhere just above the rack is best, kind of?
Anywhere, stay half the table down. Keep your cue ball close. The more unmissable shots you leave yourself, the higher the percentage of a high run. You don't want to be a shot maker. You want to shoot a bunch of shots that anybody can make so that people think, man, you're lucky you never miss a ball. How come you never out of line?
Sure.
And I'll never try to outguess what these guys may want to shoot. There's different options and different patterns.
Yeah, I think the main thing for me at the beginning of the rack is to identify a ball that could be a breakout ball. The ball is going to be moved around. It can change throughout the rack, but that's always a positive thing to look for. I think.
Anything kind of like that 8-ball, anything 6 to 8 inches away from the rack, that if you're getting close to the middle of the table, you can shoot and open up balls.
The 10 ball is good here. A little low, but. Straight pool was the biggest game in the U.S. from about, say, 1940 till 1960, around those times, mid-60s maybe.
Mid-60s. I remember being, how old was I? I was 18 or 19 years old and just loved, 15, I guess, 16 years old, and just loved straight pool. And at about 18, 19, I started playing 9-ball, and all that changed.
But when they talk about Willie Mosconi, one of the best players of all time, he played predominantly straight pool because that was the biggest game in his time.
And Mosconi would do exhibitions and occasionally play 9-ball.
When 9-ball came in, it was considered a gambler's game, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah. Straight pool was kind of the more respected game.
He was a bit of a purist, though, from what I recall. It's funny because I almost had a chance to play him at the University of Arizona. He used to come down and do exhibitions once a year. And a friend of mine by the name of Ruben Madero played him an exhibition in the afternoon, and I was supposed to play him in his evening exhibition. Well, I'm sitting there warming up to play him, and in walks one of the administrators with a friend that I knew by the name of Craig Clausen, and they said, "This is the guy that's going to play Mosconi." And I was already warming up on the table. I was fit to be tied.
I bet.
To miss an opportunity to play one of the greatest players in the world. I was just, And my buddy Ruben actually did a pretty good job. They were played to 125. Ruben got to 75.
Nice. Darren's going to save the 12 here, likely.
And after college, Ruben stopped playing pool.
What's your pattern here, George?
He's got to select this break shot, which is probably the ball that we're looking at between the 13 and the 5. I think that's the 12 ball.
It is, yeah.
That's probably the ball he'll select. No, the 5 ball's out. He'll probably take that too. Either one. But see how the 5 ball is towards the fatter part of the rack? I mean, the 5 ball is towards the head of the rack where you can open them up from the top. But the 12 ball is where you can come into the side of the rack.
Side of the rack's the preferred attack angle.
Yes. I'm not sure. Some guys prefer to hit them different ways. Some players like to really open them up with like Corey did, and that was a gamble because that cue ball, you saw how close that cue ball came to that corner pocket, could slide in. And some players play it safety. They'll pick off 4 or 5 balls at a time and keep opening it up.
That was the old school style,
yes.
I think, yeah.
Now see, he wants to get right about just past the middle of the table. Right about there is perfect. And now he's got a nice shot to pocket the 12 and come into the stack.
Darren, the high run so far at 18.
No, he ran 12, didn't he?
12, okay.
18 was the first rack and the second rack for a total score of 18.
Check our stats here. You're right. High run of 12 for Darren.
Oh, okay. No, you go. I'll put it on the iPad. And what did he get there? He got, so he got eight more. He's got 26. He started out this rack with, it was 18-10.
So we even have a player overall performance in straight pool. Darren at 929, Corey at 842 currently. Oh, that can happen. You know all about that, George. Hitting high speed into the rack, right?
Yeah. You can miss the ball with a high-speed shot, and you can also, the cue ball gets away from you. Look how close he comes to scratching.
And that's where you're talking about the difference between 4 and 1/8 and 5-inch pockets,
Yes,
too.
that would have scratched in 4 and 5-inch pockets.
And maybe even the 12 would have gone in, though,
right,
too.
Right. Now, see, right here, I'm kind of confused because all of a sudden the score reads 26, which tells me Darren got 8 balls the last rack, and Corey, so was. I'm a little confused here with the score.
Tough to talk and scorekeep at the
Yes,
same time.
it is.
But I'm sure they
Well,
got it right on screen there.
I tried to open things up over here, and that's what happened. I guess we're not even going to bother with that.
Could be in trouble here. Bank on the 12, maybe.
Can he bank this? Will he bank this, or will he just kind of twist it in? He's played the bank. He's called the bank. Excuse me. Now, see, he'll be looking to get on this 14 ball. I don't think he'll do it now. I think he'll do the 15 down the corner, or look for something on this. If the 8 ball goes, he'll look there and get on this 4 ball right in the middle. There we go. Now he can come into the stack. And he actually will have an insurance ball because when he comes into the stack, he'll come into the 5. He's playing the 15. Went over too far, I guess. And as you can see now, there's no shot unless he plays a combo. So a good thing to do here is probably play that 15 into the 9, make sure nothing comes out, and maybe leave him as far down on the head rail. But the 14 may go off the 4. You'll have to look at that. That's one of the things you have to do is make sure you don't leave any dead balls.
Can he thin the 11?
He might be, you know what he might be able to do is go 2 rails here off this 2 ball. Or, he played the ball. He played a little combo right there. See, and that's when it's worth to shoot these little off-angle combos.
And they tend to open balls up, too.
Sure.
That's Corey's creativity there.
You see, depending I haven't played straight pool for a long, long time, but usually I play safe from there because I don't play players of this caliber.
Right. You don't have to be as aggressive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was going to say you could take on 2 rails and back into the stack like you would in 1 pocket. So he's coming around.
Corner.
He's going to be in trouble here. Has he called the 11 ball? One rail? No, he could possibly. Let's see what he does. I'm not going to try to guess what Corey Deuel's going to do.
Just left the 11.
Okay, so on that rack, so it's 26. He made 8 balls, which means Darren can only run 6.
Couple missed balls early. Pocket size showing up.
Sure.
Corey trying something creative again.
Yeah, it's just a little off-angle combo.
He's elevating the cue way up in the air, getting some draw out of that.
So now he has 10.
All tied at 26 in the overall score.
Cue
Out
ball.
for the side. Past it. 9 will play well for a breakout.
It might be too far away, but it all depends where he leaves his cue ball. If he can catch the corner ball, he's in business. Well, now he's taking his break ball away. Now if that 10 ball stays in the stack when they rack the balls, you'll probably play the 10 ball and use the, is that the 11 on the rail? Use the 11 for the break ball.
So if the ball was in the stack,
It goes to the head spot and they rack the balls.
which is not an advantageous spot to be playing a breakout ball from, so it's
No.
not something you
No.
want to do unless you're absolutely forced to.
Right. A lot of players, well, depending on the players, so they might bank it into the stack or you shoot it into the stack and leave a long shot against the rail and force you to hit the stack and possibly leave a shot. And that gets them started.
So you'd say his chances are still very high on an angle like this.
He's coming straight into the stack, but his cue ball's not going to, unless he catches the corner ball just right. And depending on the speed he hits it, he just showed me on the last rack that he likes to come in hard and open up the stack. So
Right.
if he does that, he has an idea where his cue ball's going to go, but he's got to hit the rack exactly where he thinks he's going to hit it or he wants to hit it. Otherwise, things change.
So you're saying the old school players would try to attack the corner ball on a breakout like this instead of the middle of the stack?
Break out 3-4 balls at a time.
Yeah.
Or open, if they haven't opened, if they can open it up, they'll open it up in a heartbeat.
Right. If it's an ideal breakout shot, yeah.
Now, see, some players may disagree with me completely, but maybe that's why I never had high runs. See,
Yeah,
just open up something, get a shot, and now he's got the 14 to come back into the stack. But the 1 ball kind of dampens the speed coming into the stack.
Okay. Yeah, my intuition there would have been to go into it high speed, but it's probably not the smartest shot.
Well, just think of your rack. You have the rack, and you come to a high speed. Where does that lead?
Right. Up table too much.
Up table too far.
Yeah. I got stuck in the stack.
That's why I kind of preferred shooting the 14 ball and catching the where on the right side of the stack. He's going to go for a combo, or he's going to stick the cue ball there. He went for the combo. He's still stuck. But see how he kept his cue ball to limit his chances of giving up a shot? Some players might take a foul and just stick them where there's no shot and just lose 1 ball instead of giving up a rack. And maybe, back then, 40, 50, 60, 100 balls was no big deal to run for these straight pool players. So if you just give up 1 ball, what difference does it make? Same thing in 1 pocket. You take an intentional.
So it starts adding up as you foul intentionally consecutively.
Well, if you foul 3 times If you fouled 3 times in a row, I think it's a 15-ball penalty.
It is, yeah.
I forget what happens with the cue ball, but it's a 15-ball penalty.
Oh, he's undercut this. Darren's going to be in the balls now.
Yep. So there's. So let's see. There's 6, 10. So Corey made 4 balls in that stack.
Eight-point lead for Corey currently, but Darren at the table now. Favor the player at the table. Not enough angle really now.
Yeah. He wants more angle to come into it. You don't like coming in from the bottom.
Because you tend to get stuck right on them, kind
He
of.
could. But he's got to open it up. He's got to find a way. Yeah, I like that. He's going to get on the up to where he just pointed to the right of the 13 ball, then come straight up with the 10, off the 10.
Oh, he went into him
Oh, he
early.
got a good 6 ball. So he also has the 4 or the 3 down the table. That was a productive shot.
So that's a big thing too, and they do that in snooker. Sometimes they draw into the stack, but you put so much draw that it kind of bulldozes other balls. It has so much spin, it hits the first one, and then just keeps going through the stack so you can get through it.
Exactly. You don't want to stay stuck in there.
So another thing to consider too is the 8 ball looks like a good breakout ball, but it's so close to the rack that you might not be able to cut it in. It's outside the rack, but
right.
There's times when the rack is actually blocking the
when he shoots
cutting angle.
When he shoots the 6 ball, he may try to move those balls for a break shot. He may create a break shot. I have a feeling I'm going to get crucified
Okay.
by straight pool players out there.
Fine. I feel very knowledgeable. I'm learning.
Yeah, see, right? You might have to create a break shot, and if you don't have a break shot, well, then you just play a safety and try to put him up on the head rail, froze on the rail.
Looks like he's considering getting on the 2 and pushing the 8 a little bit. Needs an angle going to the right off of it. Doesn't quite have it. There it is.
See, there's the shot creation of the break shot. Let's see which one he prefers. I'm gonna think it's the 8. Yeah. He wants to stay to the right of it. That's perfect. See, his angle's always coming into the 8. So they end up what, 36-34?
Scoreboard went away for a second, but it'll be back.
I wanted to keep track of the racks, and that confusion I had on the score messed me up.
Yeah, it's the proper score right now. High run still at 12. How many is Darren on right now? 6?
I think he's on a. He ran those out. Is he on 10?
Could be.
No, because yeah, he's on 6. Not if he has 36. He's on 10 balls.
That's a good breakout shot.
Open them up nice. Went into the 5 ball, I believe.
Yep.
So I'm not sure exactly where they prefer to come into the rack, and I don't want to say, well, you should always hit it here. You should always hit it here. So the fact that he chose to go into it at the 5 ball tells me that's where you'd rather go into.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough to say either, but I think it's all relative to if you're drawing the cue ball or if you're stunning the cue ball. There's a lot of intricacies, just like all pool games, that you need to learn along the way.
Now see, the good breakout that he may look to save is the 11 sitting there, the 9 sitting on the other side. You pick those out early and then maybe play around them. And if you're forced to shoot it at one time or another, then you try to find a ball that you can develop into having a break shot.
Don't even mind taking the 7-3 right now. Is that crazy, George?
Oh, well, he's got the 10 ball he can play and get on the 9 and then come back for that. You don't really want to shoot combos unless you have to. Still has the 9 or the 4. No, the 11 ball doesn't go. He may have to shoot at the 7-3.
Yeah, I don't think there was any other way to open them up, and he just got himself in a better spot where it's a guaranteed combo now.
Well, keep in mind that the 11 ball's already there for a break shot, so is he shooting the 11? No, he's shooting the 7-3.
Oh,
and the cue ball.
And
the cue. Oh, did that kind of fall over just a hair?
Maybe at the end it was moving pretty slow.
Take a look at that again.
Pretty straight.
Now he's hoping the 5 ball goes. It's a tight shot. Five ball must go. And see, now he wants to look for a shot that can get him to where the cue ball is now.
Right. Ideally with the least cue ball movement to that area.
Right.
So it seemed counterintuitive, but a lot of times if there's a ball up table, you can leave that ball till last because you're playing back into the angle of where you need to be for that breakout shot.
Yes.
There is nothing up table right now, but it's something you can consider.
That would be, that'd be a productive way of keeping the ball up table. You preferably want them all right there and just pick them off.
Sure. Something near the side, kind of.
The closer the shot, the higher the percentage. Now he's got to get his cue ball just to the close to center of the table. And he can follow 2 rails, or he can draw it. He's going to follow 2 rails, and he's gone. He's good. He can come into the corners. The ball's on the bottom there, and just open up a couple balls if he wants. He might choose to do what Corey did and draw into the stack, but that means his cue ball will probably head upstream.
Yeah, I think a lot of the modern players, when they have this ideal breakout angle, they're going to try to open the stack.
I was never really a player that would say, "Oh, I'm a straight move player." So but I remember having some success at the game.
Well, it's a great game actually, and it's a good game to practice because it creates pressure when you're not playing anybody. If you're just practicing on your own, what is your goal? Maybe beat the 9 post, maybe that's a goal, right? But when you get on a 20-ball straight pool run, you're aiming for 30, and then you're aiming for 40, and it puts kind of a thought in your mind that you can't miss. You're always trying to go for more, So
Sure.
it's a great game to practice on your own. Improves minimal cue ball movement.
Well, and that's that way with all the games. Ghost 10 ball, Ghost 9 ball, even Ghost 1 pocket to play now.
Mm-hmm. Rack's pretty open here. He wants to develop the 9, 15, 13 area. Lots of balls to do that with. Doesn't have an ideal break ball yet, but again, lots of time to develop. Go 4-14 here. Possibly get into him, or even draw the 12 into the 9 right now. Six ball is a good ball for a breakout. Ideally, doesn't want to move it while moving into the stack of 3. Only got into 1 of them. Getting on the 12 now to open up the 9-15.
You'll be looking at the 9 ball here or the 13.
Nine ball lies okay for the ball before the 6?
Yes, or so does the 8.
Yeah, 2-8 are okay too.
But the 9 ball is almost a stop shot, and that's what you want. So yeah, you picked that out just right.
1-9-6. Depends how the 2's playing. 8-2-1-9-6. Much angle on the 2 now. I was thinking about playing the 2 in the bottom left, but keeping the shot simple for sure, George.
Sure.
Right?
Well, you have to keep it simple.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's no reason to be playing long pockets.
He's trying to get a stop shot on the key ball. The key ball is what you call the shot before the break shot you're going to use. The 1 ball would have been an excellent key ball, but he got too steep on the 2, as you noted. Now he's going to have to come back.
Yeah, a lot of draw here.
Yeah. I think he's on a 27-ball run. Or more. Whatever it was the rack just prior. Look at this, perfect.
Smooth shot from Appleton. Darren has experience in English 8-ball. Came over to America in the early 2000s. Had success right away. First major title was the World 10-ball Championship. Also won the World 9-ball. Had a few runs playing Hayball when Hayball first came out.
He doesn't have that there. So what does he have for a high run so far? It's 28 plus whatever he made the rack prior to those 2 racks he ran. So he's on 2 racks and plus.
Yeah, it's only 13 on the app, so I couldn't say it's higher than 13.
And he's got 2 racks run. Oh, there it is. See what I'm talking about?
Oh, wow.
That's the danger of stacking them up like that.
Yeah, cue ball flying back.
Yeah.
So Darren was on a 38-ball run there.
38 ball, yeah. It was 10 balls in the prior rack and then 14 and 14.
First look for Corey in a while. Stuck 29 balls now. So any balls pocketed during a foul spot.
Yes.
It was just spotted by a referee.
Either they spot or it's taken off the score. But usually when you make the ball, they spot it back up because it's, not a legal shot. So it doesn't stay down. But I will say one thing, it's great to see Darren playing.
Absolutely.
And Corey. Corey, I don't know I don't really know either one very well. I've only had a few words with Darren. That was, I believe, in Austria on the transfer bus. Got to talk to him a little bit, and he was very, very friendly, very nice. Him and Jason Shaw were on the bus with me, and it was a nice. Felt like one of the guys.
Yeah,
it made you feel like one of the guys.
Absolutely. English people are generally very friendly. Here's a big break shot for Corey. Oh, he just went in with less speed.
Yeah. And you don't always have to bust them all up, as you can see. And Corey came close on his, too. Remember?
Yeah.
The side. But you see how they're always trying to keep the cue ball on the bottom half of the table, everything nice and close.
Right.
Just like in one pocket. You want to keep everything close and shoot unmissable shots.
Yeah.
No,
11 into the stack now, maybe 7.
He could shoot the 11. Probably the 7's better because he's got an insurance shot on the 4.
No matter 7-6 works too.
No matter what you do, he's got an insurance shot on the 4. If he opens the stack here, he's going to have that 4 roll. This is just like driving. You don't drive unless you have insurance.
Right. It's got a lot of similarities to 8-ball.
Yeah.
Cue ball,
very little cue ball movement patterns. See, now he's got the 2-ball, and I think the cue ball goes into the 110. But he's got to make sure he doesn't stay there and stay stuck.
Nice play, freeing the cue ball up. He's struggling a little bit for a breakout ball. Maybe inside the 1-ball. Tough to get a lot of energy out of that one, though.
This isn't a bad lot. Some players like, in fact, when they're playing those straight pool challenges,
Yeah.
they sometimes, I remember here in Vegas when they've had them at some of the BCA expos, they start out with the ball in the middle of the table so you can break the stack any way you want.
Right, and try to make a high run.
Sure.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
Do that at the Derby.
So it was 64, and he scratched on the break. So Corey got 14 balls there. So 48, 64, 63. Oh, the scratch. The scratch. I have to deduct one. Sorry, guys. That's why the referee's keeping score is much better than me keeping score. I got confuggled earlier and messed up my little system of keeping score. I thought I developed a nice little system when I was doing the U.S. Opens at Griff's for straight pool at one time. And I just forgot what it was, and I was trying to remember it. And he has a shot here on the 5. That's his only shot, actually. But see how he was careful about that. He'd rather start with something like this and come up for the 8, get on the 4. Possibly, well, the 2 won't go until the 4 is gone. So now he has a Z8. So it looks like the 3. Not so sure the 3 goes by the deuce. So we'll see what he plays from here. The 14 might play if he gets the cue ball on that side. You see what I'm talking about?
I think it does, yeah.
And that's, I think, what he played for. Did he get there? Ankle for the right? No. Nope. So now he's got a choice. Do you play safe?
12 off the 1?
You four-railed the 14. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you guys can think I'm really crazy. I'd laugh if he did.
It's close.
It's possible. It's close. Yeah, the cue ball is going to be over there somewhere, so that might get hit about after the second rail.
Can't rely on it. He's actually going to try to cut this in.
Yep. And did he get anything? Now, see, the problem with going down table.
Right.
Now, if he's going to play safe, he's not going to play safe. He's going to go into it. It's an exhibition match, so he's going into the 14.
Stroked across it a little bit there and back in for Darren. Almost halfway to his total.
So he got those four. He got 14, 48, and then got 4 balls. So Darren can get 10 out of this rack. It's 2 straight on the 3 ball. You may want to take the 14 and come around and get a better angle on the 3. Or use the 12. I think the 9 ball may be a risk. He's playing the 3. He came around for, oh, the 7 ball goes. Oh, he may be too flat.
He's got angle. He can go into it. It's
Can
not
he
going to have
just-
a lot of energy, but he can go into the stack here.
Well, if you can only break out the 1 or loosen up a ball on the right side, you can also follow off the 6 and get on the 14 for an insurance ball. No, he didn't. And now he's got this 13 ball. He's on the 12. He's looking for something else because he's straight. No, he's got angle.
Still no break ball, but primary concern is to open up the 111. And even the 6 is not in a great spot right now. Got one of them out.
Look what this did. Forced him into a combo. Doesn't have a break shot, so he's going to have to develop one.
He's got to get into the 111 pretty quickly, too.
Not sure if the 9 ball's out of the rack or not.
It is.
First time we've heard some beeps on the clock.
Right. There's his breakout ball, and he's okay on the 15.
Is the 12? He's going to have to shoot. Yeah, the 12's in the stack, so he's going to shoot that to the side pocket probably. Not sure. He might decide not to, because the 11 ball is a good shot too.
He's going to go here. 11 ball is a good breakout ball.
So that was a 10-4 rack, so it'd be 73 to 52.
21 ball lead.
So that was a 10 ball run. That way we can keep that in mind to see what we add to it on this rack.
Yeah. 38's the high run currently. Darren's on 10.
I just noticed they got rid of the AeroRack because it's too wide on the top around around the rack.
Good call, yeah.
And they got a good old standard old-fashioned rack. I miss those racks because there are some trick shots you could make with that rack.
Uh-huh.
I'll never forget. I'll tell you a little story. I was playing pool one day and I just set up the shot just for kicks, and shot it and made it, and a guy on the sidelines on the rail pretty much said, "I bet you 100 you can't make that. You can't make those." And I said, "You sure?" I said, so I set up the shot, and what it is you put 4 balls in front of the corner pocket, lined up this way, like right here.
Okay.
4 balls, and then you take the rack and stand it up, and then you set up 4 balls on this rail, on the right-hand rail up on top by the middle diamond. And you make the ball dead to the corner, and you shoot it, at a speed so when it hits the rack, it jumps the 4 balls and goes right in the pocket.
Oh, nice.
It's a real cute little shot. I think Moscone used to make it. And I said, "You sure you want to bet the $100?" He says, "Yes." So I checked my pocket. I had $60 in my pocket. So I asked a friend of mine, Phil Bohannon, I said, "Lend me $40 real quick." So he does, and I made a mistake because this guy had a reputation of not paying off.
Uh-huh.
And so I made him stake it, and Phil held the money and shot it and made it. And he says, "No, I'm not going to pay you." That was so funny. And we didn't give it back. He said, "Give me back my money." No. So you made the bet. You forced the bet.
Especially when they're forcing.
Exactly.
It, right?
And I knew we might have trouble getting paid, so. And I usually don't do that, but I was gambling because I just did it once, and sometimes if you don't, you have to look where to put it and see how much the ball throws and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're not always exactly right. So it was a little bit of a gamble for me.
Corey might be able to go into the stack here.
And you need that kind of a rack. You need the rack that's only about a quarter inch or whatever thickness it is. Because the other ones, if they're too big, like the diamond rack, it's way too thick. The ball won't jump. It'll just stop there. So you have to have something that'll let you jump the balls. And you talk it up. You say, well, make it even tougher. I'm going to put the rack right here, too. And that's what helps you make the shot. That's what makes the shot. I used to have a book that had these trick shots, and the Moscone would play, and that was one of them, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about whose trick shot it was, but any trick shot artist would tell you the shot. It's a pretty well-known one, I believe.
Oh, he might be stuck on the 5 here.
Might have the 5. Let's see what his body language says. Nope. This overview will give it to us. Nope.
I think he can throw the 3 enough. It's actually close. This would be an interesting shot if he tries to throw the 3 towards the bottom right, and I think he's gonna.
Is that? It looks like he can go out. He can get to the side rail and try to put the ball up against the head rail. In a high stakes game, that's probably what you'd want to do, is freeze it to the head rail if you can. But it looks like the cue ball might go towards the side pocket, so he can't do that.
This is going to try to throw the 3. He's all in here, and he did
throw it. He did throw it.
So for those of you at home, when the ball's frozen like that, and you actually have to cut it the opposite way, it's an illusion. See how the 3 was cutting to the long rail? You would think you have to cut it going to the left. It's actually the opposite way.
See, I'm thinking safety, and they're thinking run out.
They're playing a little looser because it's an exhibition.
Sure.
Four ball looks okay for a breakout. He might try to draw into the 15 to make an even better one, and he has. 15's just outside the rack enough that I feel like he can use it. Still get a proper cutting angle. Doesn't want to get stuck where the 12 is here off the 6. Looks like he can draw to the top side of the 12. Nice shot. 12's in a good spot now for the key ball. Except for the side pockets, George.
Yeah, we're for you viewers at home, we're a little gun shy with these side pockets. We've been watching these top pros miss side pockets a little bit that they normally wouldn't miss. No, he just has to get the cue ball a little bit more to the right. And that's a 14-ball run for Corey.
Ideal breakout position.
Darren's run of 38 balls still stands as the high run.
Too short of halfway there. Corey was stuck 29 at one point. He's only stuck 7 now.
Now, I believe they are racing to 150. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Medium speed break from Corey, opening them up nicely. About 7 balls left to stack there.
Looks like he only has one shot, the 8-ball or the combo. I don't consider the combo a shot, so I'd be playing the 8-ball. If there's something else to play, he played the combo. So you see, when I don't consider a shot, they fire it in. It all looks different when you're out there. Looking at the monitor, you look at this, that, and the other, and you read things into it. They're the players.
Can open the 7, 10, 11 stack.
And there's Donnie Mills sitting there watching intently, front row center.
Good friend of Corey's. 9 ball's going to work well to open up the 3-ball stack. He's going to have 10 balls open soon.
I know years ago, I used to, a friend of mine would tell me, he said, Donnie Mills is probably the best guy with a job.
He is. One of them. Joven.
Joven Bustamante, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm surprised he didn't open it up earlier. But he can open it up now.
Does he have a little angle going into it?
Yeah, he can create a little angle here. No, he's too straight.
Yeah,
Let's go 5, 8, 13, 9 can work.
There's that clock winding down to 10 seconds. See how nice and clean the straight pool is, you know, for viewing? There's always something going on, but it takes too long to get to the score. That's why it's not a viewing game. But someone's always in action. And that's the beauty of straight pool if you want to keep playing it. And once you start playing 9-ball or 1 pocket, well, you're not at the table for, minutes or long minutes at a time. And so if you're a guy that can't hold his focus, this is tough. 1 pocket, you can run a couple balls, play safe. Shoot just 2 and duck, 3 and duck. As long as you keep control.
Well, it was the most popular game for at least 25 to 30 years, so
sure.
It has a lot of good attributes.
It's one of the best training games, or drills even. Just pocketing balls. It teaches you to pocket balls. It teaches you the cue ball. It teaches you to pick out patterns. There's a lot more to it than I can tell you. I'm a 650-ish player. You know, these guys are what, 773 and 791. One Hall of Famer and one soon to be.
Corey's going to try to get inside the 11 here.
Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm going to blow my own horn a little bit. I happen to be in the Arizona Hall of Fame, too.
Nice. I think all states should do that.
Well, actually, Wisconsin has a real nice one. In fact, we patterned the one. I'm part of the board. We patterned the one in Arizona after the Wisconsin one.
I didn't know that.
And then they actually inducted me, probably more for the commentary coming out of Tucson than it was for my play. And the fact that I was well known in the state.
Corey takes the lead for the first time since rack number 1, or maybe all match. He's ahead by 7 now.
You know who Mike Howerton is? Mike Howerton's the president of and CEO of AZ Billiards.
Absolutely.
He's the president of the Arizona Billiard Hall of Fame.
Great guy. He's done a lot for pool over the years.
Sure has. I use his site all the time, picking out, finding out information on players. There's a miss. So what we had 14 that got us to 80, and then he missed there. So that was just a 14-ball run.
It's the tight pockets, too. They're going to show up throughout the runouts, but they're going to show up a lot on the breakouts, particularly because the breakouts have to be hit at higher speed.
See, you got it pretty quick. It's just pool. We should have gotten Jason Shaw to sit in with you and commentate this. He's a straight pool expert.
Yeah, he's here this week.
Yeah, he is. That's I never thought of it before, but that's who we should have gotten to commentate.
Just going to go on in the stack now, likely. Only 2 balls loose. Still go 9-10 and try to get back onto the 14 or the 7. I like the 7, actually.
There's another guy we should invite into the booth over there. It's Donnie Mills. He's quite the straight pool player too, isn't he?
I'm sure he plays all games good. Student of the game. Is looking good to open the stack now. It's on a good angle.
Yep. Now he comes into the stack. Can you reach it? It's pretty far out there. Yep. Got the 15 to the oh, he's got the 1 ball or the 5.
One 7-12. Open up the 4 works. Maybe you don't have to move anything here. 4-7 and shoot those 3 in a row into the same pocket.
So he's run 7 balls so far. There's 7 more to run.
This 13 looks okay for a breakout if he wants to save that.
A little further away than you'd probably like to have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all depends on the angle and on your pocketing. So as long as you can get into the stack and control the cue ball from the stack.
Wanted to be straight on the 7 here. He can still,
Yep.
can still push into the 12. Develop the 12 down towards the bottom right.
He might look for a shot. There you go to that. He might look for maybe he's happy with the 13 ball as his breakout, but he might look for a shot that just outside the rack with that 5. Oh, he hit that perfect. Nope, he's happy with the 13. Now he wants to get up between the 5, right about where he's pointing. That's where he wants to be. Choose that. And this is a game you'd like to play with the ball return, because you're not having to pull balls out of the. You're going to make most of those balls in those bottom 2 corners. So that's 87. And that is 14 ball run.
When they made the movie The Hustler, which was one of the most famous pool movies ever made, they played predominantly straight pool. I think maybe only straight pool.
Yeah, and when he played 9 ball, he had his hands broken.
Is that what it was? They were playing 9 ball?
Yeah, they were playing 9 ball.
I think, was that kind of signatory of 9 ball is more of a gambler's game? I mean, they were gambling at both games, I think.
Maybe. Well, he was playing straight pool, high stakes gambling with other players. He was playing 9 ball. He was hustling 9 ball in a kind of a bar type pool room.
Right.
So that just taught you the dangers, and they told him not to go in that pool room, and he did, and he pretty much let his ego get in the way.
I remember.
And paid the price. But there's stories like that. I have a good friend that spent a lot of time in the South. His name is Alfie Taylor. He wrote a book, Playing Off the Rail. I think that's what the name of his book was. I know I have it and stuff. But he spent a lot of time playing all games. Great guy. He's probably in his 80s now and still lives in Tucson.
Nice.
There's another guy who came out of Tucson that he didn't play straight pool. He was more along the hustler side. That was Weldon Rogers. You ever heard that name?
I have.
Okay. He had a nickname. I forgot what his nickname was. He's back in Arizona. He's living in Casa Grande. I need to call him and get him out to the house to play some. I'd love to get him out there. But he'll probably want to gamble, and I don't want to gamble with him. I've actually had Earl Strickland out to the house. He played. It was quite some time ago. He was in Tucson, and he came out to the house and played. I've had John Schmidt out to the house to play. What other? I know I've had some players in Arizona. Nick Barner, I played him some one pocket in Arizona that he was coming through. And I gamble with him $30 a game, stuff like that.
Courtesy action.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I'm not going to blow 5,000 or 2,000 or 1,000,
Darren's going to try to open up the stack here. Too far up table, George. This is the trouble zone. Very tough to play safe, obviously, when the rack's open like this. Darren's going to have to take a chance here.
Yeah.
He's overcut it. Left him on the 5.
So I believe he made 9 balls. I mean, he made 5 balls. There's 9 to run. 87, 5. Yes, it's 92. So he had a 19-ball run.
Who says Darren's not trying even though it's an exhibition? You can see him showing some emotion in his chair there. He's trying.
Well, there's maybe 100 people watching, probably more. It's on the internet all over the world.
Yeah.
You want to do your best.
It's just how champions think, right?
That's exactly right. And actually, champions don't think about the people that are watching. They just think they're in a competition, and they want to win.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to miss. How do you feel when you miss a ball?
Same as he just did.
Ball. That's right. You know, when people see you act that way, or show a little bit of disgust or displeasure at missing a ball, and they think you're mad at yourself. You're not mad at anybody else. You're not mad at your opponent.
I agree. I mean, the game's evolved where everyone's on pretty good behavior, but yeah, I think a little bit of emotion away from the table never hurt anybody.
As long as you don't direct it to your opponent,
yeah,
and you don't abuse the equipment, and you don't make a scene. You can't but you have to keep it within. But sometimes you just have to blow a little steam off.
13's going to be the breakout ball here. 4 actually can play okay as the key ball. I mean, he would look for others, but considering where he's starting, actually 2, 4, 14 can work too. Of course, he's taking the one that I'm not calling, but
that happens a lot in straight pool. It's just like in one pocket, you see a shot. Well, I would play this, and you get 4 other players, and they would play something different.
I can't believe he took the 15. It must have been below the rack. Gonna try to use the 14
for a breakout.
Yeah,
maybe the 6.
6, yes, 6 is good.
The 4. See, I don't like using like the 4 to come into the stack because it usually sends your cue ball up table. So more than likely use the 14 or the 6. Of course, I say that after I see what he's shooting. I'm teasing. But so apparently it's going to be the 6. And he'll want the cue ball probably the same distance from the rail as the 6 ball is, right in front of the side pocket. And he wants more of a cut. He wants to come in real steep.
This is the kind of breakout shot that Jason Shaw used when he had his high run. He purposely left more angle like this, and he purposely smashed the rack. It wasn't really relative to tournament play. Like, you wouldn't risk this type of breakout angle in tournament play as much, but the fact that he made so many of them, I mean, again, how many racks does it take to run 832 balls? Around 55?
Probably just divided by 14.
Yeah, so probably about 30 of those were this type of angle, under pressure of making the high run. Close match within 3 balls. Corey at the table looking to extend his run. High run still 38th.
$59 racks.
Yeah, so from when I was watching, I watched maybe 10 to 20 of the racks. I didn't watch the whole thing, but he was taking this heavier angle a lot because it opens up the stack more. But again, it's risky to miss the ball. It's just exhibition play, really.
So Corey's got 9 balls so far. Uh-oh.
Watch out for the cue ball. It's knocked down. Separated about 8 balls from the stack, and he's up quickly. Gonna get a few eliminated.
One of the things straight pool trains you is don't get straight in unless you have another shot coming off of there. Always a little angle, just like in rotation. That's why it's such a good training tool. Now he can come back into the stack with this ball if he wants. unless he chooses to play the 7. But if he cuts that 4 ball, he can come 2 rails into the stack, or just play shave for another ball. And there you go. And having the 12, 5, and 8 makes it it's blocking the path to those 3 balls that are tied up.
7, 2, 5 maybe is the 5 pockets. 2 leads into a good angle on the 5, and the 5 can open up the 3-ball stack.
Does he have an angle coming up? Maybe.
He's straight enough. Just a question of, yeah, he's going to shoot the 12 now. It's okay. Still got that stack of 3 that he needs to open up. Running out of balls here.
Well, he had 9 balls from the previous rack, and now he's got the balls from this one. So he'll be 14. It'll be a 23-ball run for him.
It's got to go into him now, George.
He might develop a shot. He might leave that 8 ball.
I just get so anxious about leaving balls tied up.
Well, what you do is you work to the ball that leads you to him to open them up, and like right here, he's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah,
he's in trouble here.
Shoot the 8 2 shots ago and open them up.
Now, see, if you're playing high stakes, what you might want to do here is 2-rail the 8 ball out and leave the cue ball on the bottom rail. Because by no means do you want to leave an opponent a shot that he can begin a run with.
Well, Corey takes the lead back, but Darren back in now.
Now we got 2 balls that only have 1 place for position, the 2 and the 10. And his only shot, really opening shot, is the 8. And finally, an extension is called.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of thinking in these last 3 balls as to how to open up the 3 that are in the racking area.
And he's got to come up. Is he going to play the combo? He's forced to play the combo. I thought he was going to come up and try to get on the other side of the balls to play the ball on the side. And then you have to decide, if I play the combo, what do I do with the cue ball? Do I get aggressive and go for more balls, or do I play safe? Well, if you play safe and make it, well, you've saved yourself. Yeah.
End of the shot clock. Didn't really have a decision there. Oh, look at this. The 2 is going to land in a way where he might be able to break them out. Definitely can go 10-2, if not 2 right now.
Or can he play the 10 and get a nice angle on the 2 to break them out?
Yep.
And there's your angle.
Corey going to be the first player to reach 100 likely here. Nice shot. It's on the 9, and the 1 actually ended up not bad as far as a breakout. See where it is exactly here. It can play. Straight on the 9, unfortunately. You can create some angle going towards the 14, and Corey's back in now. Is that standard there, George? I understand he didn't hit it as good as he wanted. Felt like he was not crossing the angle as much if he went up to the 3rd rail.
Is that standard to go across that? I didn't really see the shot.
Yeah, so he was on the 14, and you know, you'd think it'd just go 1 rail, but wanted to go back into the angle, so he took it around 3 rails. just feel like moving the cue ball less, you're crossing the angle. But
He may have been trying to get to the middle of the table so he could come into the stack.
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wondering what the top players would do there.
Well, Eric, you just put me on the spot. I'm not a top player.
Right.
I can only guess what they might do, percentage-wise is the way I look at it. But that's from my ball pocketing ability. What I might do is what I base everything on.
Yeah. Well, Corey's just taking a quick break. We'll stay with you guys.
Sure, we have plenty to talk about. I mean, we've got the juniors coming up. There's 24 players in the juniors division, and they're playing for scholarships, which means access to PBS Pro Billiard Series events. They'll get free. I believe they get 2. The first place gets 3, I think, and there's just different scholarships, just like there would be different money in a tournament. First place gets so much, second place so much. Then we also have the women's Las Vegas Open with 64 players. We have, out of those 64 players, 2/3 of them are in the top 100 Fargo rating in the country. And then, of course, we have the men's Las Vegas Open with 128 players, and we've got 32 players with over 800 Fargo rankings. And in fact, we were looking at that, and we had the final 16 were all, except for 2, were all over 800, weren't they? After doing the numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
Which gives validity to Fargo, because they say the cream rises and you're going to have the top players there. Well, percentage-wise, that's what we had.
Well, it happens tournament after tournament, and Fargo's done graphs on it, and they've done extensive examples of it, and it's showing up even in the Pro Billiard Series. So anyone that's a little bit of a critic of the format.
And before Corey gets started again, and plus the crown jewel of the whole 9 days is the WPA World Team Championships.
Yeah,
with $300,000 added. I think it's 120 for the winning team.
It is.
So it's quite a time here, and at the same time we have the 50th annual Q Sport International Expo with 12,000 players in it, and all kinds of prize money, all kinds of mini tournaments. I mean, I hear there's like going to be 1,500 mini tournaments in 9 days.
They're continuous. If you want to play all day long, you can play all day long.
And there's several going on at the same time. They have 435 tables set up throughout the Westgate Casino and Resort and Casino for all these players. There's 29-foot tables set up for the pros. Now a little bit of safety action for you.
Yeah, first time we've seen some safe play. That's one of the typical safes in straight pool. Stick the ball to the top of the stack.
To be perfectly honest, in all my time coming to Vegas, this is probably one of the best venues, one of the best events I have seen.
I agree, me too. And I've been coming here for 20 years for leagues, and now for commentary and some competition.
Well, to tell you the truth, I've been going to the Rio since like when it first opened. We used to have a lot of candy conventions. I worked for the Wrigley Company, and they'd have the McLean Candy Convention. They'd have I would attend them for the company, and I'd come up and spend time at the Rio. So I've seen that place for a long time, and now moving over here, well, the Rio got outdated, in my opinion. They had their reasons for moving it. I'm just voicing my opinion as to why they did it. And it was a successful move when you see all this. And Predator is always looking to improve. They came out with the Apex table. They had some problems with them. They've done nothing but improve it. Now it's one of the best tables in the world. This new Arc table, same thing. They've already made improvements on the first models they made from a year and a half ago. I was talking to Robert Evans, and he was telling me all the improvements. The frame is like twice as heavy as it used to be.
Yeah, you can
Just
see by
everything.
You can see by the quality of play that's being produced. Tables are world class. Couple of fouls here. Players jockeying back and forth.
He's coming off. Is he taking an intentional foul or is he coming off the ball?
It's off the ball, but there's a couple intentional so far.
Well, keep in mind, if you take 3, it's going to cost you 15 points. He's playing the 1 ball. Oh, and he developed a little bit. He can open up to 12.
Yeah, Corey almost got where he wanted, but this is a big turning point here.
Yeah.
See what Darren can put together.
He can go into the 12 ball and possibly open up that 13 or whatever balls he can open up and see what he can scramble with. I was going to say scavenge, but that has a negative connotation to it.
Look at this, open him wide up.
He still didn't come out smelling like a rose there.
Must have something.
Well, he's got a steep angle to the side pocket. Well, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have the 10 ball to the side. He's got the 3 ball.
You're right. He only
Bank
has
on the 2, on the 4. Yeah, he's only got the 3. He's over balls. You can't touch a ball in straight pool. It's a foul. When the referee looked away, Darren should have moved the 8 so he could cue easier. Nice shot by Darren. Give him a round of applause. That was a good shot, folks.
Darren has the high run so far, so he's capable of putting together big runs. Needs 55 more to go all the way out. About 4 racks.
He's got to play this 12 or the 8. Probably play the 8. Oh, he's looking at the 12, but it does go. A little tight going by the 13 for me. And he'll have the 8 now. He's going to want to pick these off and clear the other balls. Like he'll want to pick off the 13 to get to the 14 and the 5. It's all, you just have to figure out what you have to do. And then there's 20 ways of doing it.
Do you ever consider just going into them? You're likely going to get a shot.
Hey, he's going into him right here from the 9.
It's a good shot. Develop something more there. 15's okay for a breakout if he's able to leave it. It'll be tough to leave it though, because he's going to need a pocket for the 7-5-11.
Yeah. He might choose the 5. I don't think so because it's a long way away. The pocket's a long way away. When he's got a short one there with a 14, and now he's
tied a couple up here. He's still okay.
He's going to have to use the 11 or the 12 to open up the 5-7. Although the 7 goes to the opposite corner to the left. That's what he's playing now.
Look at the score, George. 101, 101.
Oh, Corey had an intentional foul. I didn't take off the intentional foul. Did Darren have a foul or a couple of fouls?
There was a few in there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking, so I don't think he caught them all, but there was...
No, I didn't catch any of them, actually.
A few innings where there was about 5 fouls total, maybe.
Oh.
That's a lot, because there would have been minus 15, but...
No, if there was
maybe
3 in a row.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
forced to take the 15 here, but the 5, oh, he tried to get on the 2 and he's not on it. See if he wants to bail himself out with the 13.
They better bounce.
Scrambling.
Yeah.
It's okay. He's still on the 5.
He'll probably go into play the 5 and move the 2 ball off of there. But then if he moves his 2 ball, he's not sure what he's going to get.
Yeah, breakout ball's looking suspect here.
Yeah, he did move it off to get a shot. He controlled it. Now he can play either the 10 or the 2. He's looking for a way to break him with the 2 ball. So now he plays this. Perfect.
Well, he found a way out of that one.
Sure.
Still
So
alive
he got, you got 14 there. $106 because of the scratches. Okay.
Not going to have a lot of energy going in the stack here, but he will be able to open a few.
So we're 4 racks. If someone gets all 4 racks, we go 4 racks away from the 150.
Energy with the cue balls coming back into
trouble.
the stack.
He could go into no, because that pushed to open up the 4 ball. You can go off the 6 and just go up table. Got to be careful what you want to look for. Well, you know how to read the stack, so I don't have to tell you. Like that 1 ball might go. You got to see if there's any kind of space. That 1 ball, you look for that right away. Might go to that corner pocket. That's the first thing he's looking at. He's looking at it now.
Yeah, I think the 11's pushing it to the long rail.
But it doesn't hurt to look.
If he gets the cue ball over on the right side of the table, going 2 or 3 rails around, he can block the 5 ideally. He just doesn't want to open up the stack too much, and he's fine there.
He wants
Corey a long, thin one.
He wants it on a rail.
Corey doesn't have to be offensive here. Play a 1 pocket type shot, but the 5 would be loose at that point.
He might look to maybe leave the ball in the stack, but that's, so much can go wrong because you're going to slow roll it in the stack. You have to get a rail if you don't want to foul, but he could take a foul. He could take a foul and just put it on the rail, on the head rail, and let Darren deal with it. Because this is where you don't want to give up any balls if you want to win.
Yeah, Corey grew up around Jimmy Fusco and Pete Fusco. Great straight pool players from the past.
There, see, he tried to keep it in the stack. He's done a decent job, but look how nice that lined up for Darren.
Yeah, Darren's got the advantage now.
That's why he may have been better off to just push the ball to the head rail and let Darren deal with it. Ooh, well, he's got the 9 ball up to the corner. He's got the 10 ball real close by.
So Darren's off and running.
Darren still has the 15. Running out of open balls. Just thinking about a plan to manufacture some kind of breakout. If he's straight on the 12 here, he can get an angle on the 5, or he can draw back into the 3-8 stack. Looks like he is straight enough. Got to open up something now, George. Nothing else goes, really.
Yeah. He could choose to just shoot the 5, come up for the 6. And if it doesn't go by into the corner, well, he's opening them up at the corner pocket again. Corner pocket again.
Unlucky for Darren.
Turned it loose. So I think he got, let's see, puts that up, -1, so he's 105. And he ran 4, 8. He can run 8, so he has 6 balls. So he's at 111. Best score he can do is get 8 balls out of this rack. And then run 3 racks after that, and he's at 150.
Doesn't have a breakout ball yet.
6 ball might do it. 4 ball.
Yeah, sorry, the 4 is okay.
It's a little low. The 7's pretty far away from the rack.
Oh, you're right. The 4 does work. I disregarded that one.
You don't usually want them that low on the rack.
Yeah, ideally closer to the rack and kind of in line with the center diamond across. The 7 ball is going to be the key ball.
Gotta stay off the rail. That's somewhere you never want to be. Ouch.
He's going to have to power through 2 rails here. It's a pretty good shot from Corey. He's not going to be right on the line where he wants to be for the breakout angle. Might consider the top left here. Just get the cue ball where he wants.
That's where he's going.
No good, and a chance for Darren now. Darren's 39 away.
He got 7, so he's 108.
He's overhit this, and he's going to have a heavy back cut angle if he wants to stay on his run here.
108 to 112. Darren has 1 ball. going into his run.
Yeah, it looked a little worse from the overhead, but
This is
it's very makeable.
This is the shot you were saying that Shaw used a lot for his 800 ball run.
Yeah, angles like this where the cue ball has a lot of energy going in the stack.
And there's a certain English you want to use so that so you don't get stuck in the stack. I'm not real sure exactly what these top level players use. I like the draw out of it.
Yeah, I think the times when you get stuck the most is just when the cue ball doesn't have that much energy.
Yeah, and it's rolling forward because it's going to go into a heavy stack.
We're back at it at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Down to 8 in the men's Las Vegas Open, down to 16 in the women's Las Vegas Open. It's going to be the focus of play for the next 2 days. The teams are going to start on the 24th.
What starts on the 22nd? What do you have on the 22nd? Oh, the 22nd is the mixed doubles?
Oh,
Turbo?
yeah, the mixed doubles turbo is thrown in there somewhere, too.
Yeah, tomorrow we have matches at 9 a.m., 11:30, 3 o'clock, 4:30, and 6 o'clock. And then we have a final at 8 p.m. And the turbo is tomorrow, Thursday at 8. The final will be at 8 p.m. That's what the final is going to be. We have 8 teams. And in those 8 teams, all matches are on the TV tables. There's a 20-second time clock, a 20-second extension, 30 seconds after the break. It'll be single elimination, a random draw. It'll be best of 3 sets, just the way we're doing the other 10 ball. And the 8 teams are comprised of Darren playing this, and he makes it. Cue ball goes all the way up. The 8 ball goes up with him, so he's going to be, he's going to have an easy shot on the 8 and longer shot on the balls down here, a good shot on the 1.
Yeah, separated about 8 balls from the stack there.
Yeah. Okay, the teams. There's 8 teams. Alex Kazakis and Kelly Fisher, Joshua and Pia Filler, Skylar Woodward, Cho Chae-Yu, Shane Van Boning, and Savannah Easton. I look for that team just as a learning process for Savannah. She's going to learn so much playing with SVB and also in the World Team Championships. Skylar Woodward, Dennis Grabek, Christina Tkach, Carlo Beato, Han Yu, Jeffrey DeLuna, and Maite Ropero, Maria Teresa Ropero, Naoki Oi, and Wei Tu Cheng. Those are your 8 teams. And the winner gets $40,000. That's one day.
So is it winner take all?
It's winner take all.
Oh, interesting.
It was invitational, so I'm not sure if there was other monies paid to the, who knows.
Yeah.
But it's prize fund. The prize fund for that is $40,000.
Interesting. I don't think we've seen a winner take all tournament since the Challenge of Champions. It's been a while.
And the Challenge of Champions was just 2 people. Yeah.
It was 8 players on ESPN. Remember that?
Oh, okay.
One? Yeah.
The. I was thinking of the Challenge of Champions we had last
Predator,
year.
Yeah,
from Predator.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's right. No.
I don't watch ESPN.
I guess.
Love it.
Was that winner take all those ones, or was there? I think
both
players got paid.
Both players got paid, but they didn't advertise the secondary payment.
Yeah. Darren's opened up this rack nicely. 10 ball looks like it's just okay for a breakout ball if he wants. He's trying to move it there, I think.
But we'd like to thank Corey for stepping up and playing Darren. Darren for agreeing to the exhibition game. It's awesome.
Yeah, they've both played well. It's been a close
Sure,
match.
Sure.
Good learning opportunity for players that haven't seen the game much.
Did they both lose a cue ball on a kind of a wild breakout shot?
Happened to Darren twice, and
Okay.
Darren's was like not off the break ball, but
Okay.
once off the break ball and once during gameplay. And Corey did it once off the break ball too. Darren's gonna move the 10 now. Wants to move it just lightly. There you go, perfect. Cheated it thick in the pocket to make sure the 10 didn't get too far away from the rack.
And that's how you develop break shots. Saw that happening. Good.
Looks like the 7's going to play okay for actually the 14, 2 rails maybe. If he has the right angle to draw over for the 7 here. The key ball to the break ball is obviously important. So it's a shot that you ideally don't want to draw because draw is not as consistent as follow. So even something like the 14 kind of coming into bad space around 2 rails, it's still better because you're following the ball, not drawing the ball.
We'll see how careful he is guaranteeing himself the correct angle on the 14 to get on the 10.
Yeah.
He wants to come to just about the middle of the table, right where he's pointing. And he got there. So that's 15 ball run so far. And he's at 126.
Two and a half racks to go. 2 racks to go, really. He's perfect on the breakout ball here, so favors for positive things to happen off of this rack.
And that's 2 racks for Darren. Now, if Darren happens to miss, maybe Corey can come up with a 42 ball run.
Yeah, they're both under pressure here. It's possible for either player to run all the way out in their next turn.
Oh, look at this.
Got underneath the rack.
7 ball goes.
Yeah, it's the only ball that goes. Maybe the 2.
I was going to say he could bank the 5, but I don't think he'll do that. He might. Have to make sure it clears the 1. 7 ball all day long. Where's he shooting the deuce? He's shooting the 7. And he's pocketed.
Yeah, only 3 balls tied up here, really, and not even. If you can move the 14, the 2 becomes open into the bottom right. No break ball developed yet, but good looking rack for Darren.
Well, the 14 ball run will get him 29. So he's still on a run of 15.
So it'd be, I think, 37 and out if he gets all the way out.
Gets all the way out, it'll be a 39 ball run.
39, so
Yeah.
he'll beat his
high run, exactly.
High run by 1 ball. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on 15 plus whatever he makes here, so the 14 will get him 29.
Impressive by Darren if he had 2 runs of 40, basically. It's good. Not sure what Corey's high run was, but lower than that.
Corey, he had a 14 plus. Since it didn't threaten Darren's, I didn't bother. I didn't bother to keep it.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he got to 110 if he didn't have any high runs, but they've played well overall. Maybe in the 20s somewhere, George, maybe.
I can see, I think there was an 18 ball run, 14 and 4. And then there was 14 plus, and he missed at 80, so he might have 20 balls in that area. But like I said, knowing that Darren had the 38, I didn't bother to track anything lower than that. We have a stat guy over there, Michael Salmon, that does all that.
One ball could work for a breakout ball. 3 ball could work.
He'd probably use the 13 long before he'd use the 1. No, he's shooting the 13 now. Never mind. He's shooting it because
3-1 works okay at the end, I think.
you know what else works as a breakout? I don't think Darren is the 9 ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
If he gets right where he's at now, which means he would want to leave the 4 ball.
I thought about that, and I think the balls just didn't connect to the 4, kind of.
And so now he's not. And now he probably won't use the 9 ball because he has to have a good angle on it. So let's see what he decides to use here. We'll know as soon as he shoots. He's going to shoot the 9, so he's going to use the 1 ball or the 3 ball. He's using the 1 ball for the breakout. And when he wants to come underneath, okay. Instead of going to the rail and back up, he wants to come off the side of it because he'll want to graze the bottom of the rack so he slides out so it doesn't get stuck there.
Yeah, attacking the stack from underneath, but only needs 10 balls, so he can kind of play a breakout that's maybe going to separate 4 or 5 and then try to get 4 or 5 out again.
So right now he's on a 29 ball run. And he's at 140. I'd like to have been reading the chat to see how bad I'm getting blasted here. We're getting blasted. I have it turned off. I got confused with the scoring early because I was looking to put that on, and so I just left it off. I apologize to you guys. Oh, he's okay. It won't get there, but look at the shot he's got to shoot now.
He's got only the 6, and it's pretty much a match winner. You would expect if he gets it.
If he makes it, he can get on the 1 and work his way on the 9. Excuse me. I just saw yellow and called it 1.
Cue ball's going to run a little bit past the 9, but it's really all he has. I mean, he can. I don't think considering safe is a good play. He's thinking about the 9. Can't tell where he's standing. He's off screen. He's going at the 6.
Oh,
No good.
those slow shots seem to get a lot of players.
Corey's got a chance now.
So he's at 141 and had a 29 ball run and a 38 ball run.
Needs 30 from here, so he'll need 2 more full racks.
You can only get 13 here.
Okay.
Because Darren had 1, I believe, out of this rack.
$15 can open up the 211.
Yes.
A stack of 6 there.
Yeah, he'll follow the 9 ball, either for the 15 or for the 3. Depends what he wants to shoot. More than likely the 15. There it is.
Coming at it from distance. Match on the line here.
But that's a shot that you can shoot from there, or even if you're a foot closer, it's about the same. Now, if it was another foot further down, that's distance, and the further down you go, that's distance. I think he's comfortable with this.
Yeah, he's just on the border of being comfortable.
Exactly.
The pockets are small though, George. So it looks like
looks like he's choosing the 3 ball over the 15. I kind of see the fact that things are loose there. So if he makes contact with something, it's not going to really open up that much. Unless he hits it at warp speed, and he's not. So there, now you got nothing. See what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why the 15 was the opportune shot.
Oh, I agree. 15 was more offensive, no doubt. Got a little unlucky to come through everything and not get a shot, but that's what, like you were saying, that's what happens. Does the 14 go off the 11? I think it's going to go to the short rail a little bit.
Off the 15, the 14 may go. He's going to bank this 5-4. It's set up nice, too.
Flukes don't count in this game. That's the first fluke we've had in the race.
That
to
ball
150.
spots up.
Yeah. Does Darren have enough to win in this rack? Where are we at? 3, 6?
He needs 10. Yeah, there's 10 balls there, I think.
Yeah.
5, 8. No, there's only 8 balls that he can run.
Okay, 8 and then 2
So-
on the next rack.
Yeah, so that means that if he can run 8 balls, he had 1 ball off that rack, so Corey got 7, so it's 115. Yes, 113. No, he only got 5 balls. He started out at 108, so it's 113. He got 5 balls. Oh, I'm throwing off for score here. There's 141.
3 more need to be opened up. If the 8 goes before that stack of 3, the 12 can go. I think still going 7 and into the stack of 3 is a good play. Darren looks like he's going to try to do something not running into them. He needs 2 more after this rack, though, too, so he's got to consider a breakout ball. Sure he is. 8 into them now, I guess. Can he get enough left on it to get over to the right side of the table?
He can always he can shoot the 8 and come up for the 4 ball, then slide over to the right side and come down for this 2 or the 12.
I saw that, yeah.
And now he's not going to be able to open up the balls.
Well, if the 2 goes here, he's actually in good because he can push the 12 into a breakout ball situation. I don't know if it goes. Looks like he's taking aim at the... He made a call, but I didn't hear what number. He does have enough here, George. This is the game ball. Corey's getting up, and I think officially they have to rack it, but his concession's fine.
As long as he goes by, it's fine.
Darren Appleton. And he had a high run during the match of 37. And one more round of applause for the Principal Corey Deuel. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I want to remind you that while they last, we have some of the really cool straight pool face-off photos and banners that you can get signed. They're in the Predator booth here at the CSI. We'll get started tomorrow. We have the men's quarterfinals and the women's quarterfinals to find out who's going to be moving on into the championship of our Vegas Open. Thank you all for coming out tonight.
I said no, just want this simple.